Welcome back, listener, to Ogryns' Guide to the Horus Heresy. This is episode 3, book 1, Horus Rising.
He looks at me like I'm keeping count.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I have a hard time keeping track of the days now.
Is it 3?
It's 3. Part 3. It's on. I could look at my notes if I did, and it says part 3 at the top. So
There you go.
Interesting. I don't know if I believe that.
It feels like it. Again, I'm Heath.
I'm Jake.
Luke.
Alrighty, and we're going to try a little different approach to the summaries. I feel like the last two maybe wasn't quite an Ogryn level.
Little detailed, little
A
meticulous.
little detailed, yeah. So
Probably closer to a administratum scribe.
maybe
Inquisitoria.
like a high functioning Ogryn, one that can write its own name out and
Yeah.
properly shower.
Me, Charles.
An ogre named Charles.
But yeah, we're gonna try to give like just a very brief, or I'll give a brief summary of it, and then we'll go back and talk about some of the more exciting bits.
Cool.
So we can get it started. So part 2 left off with the murder arachnids, the mega robot bugs.
Spooky.
Yeah, getting finally owned, thanks to a collective effort between the Blood Angels and the Luna Wolves and some of the Emperor's children.
It took quite a bit to take those things down.
A little bit of an infestation. They took them out. They got back on their ship, and that weird music that wasn't music, but was music.
The warning song.
Yeah, the homies from the Interrex who put those beacons out there came back.
Can you say that phonetically very slowly for me?
Interrex? Is that the part?
Yeah.
Like the flotation devices.
Interrex.
Yeah. Interex. The Interrex people.
Okay.
Those
If
are
you-
like Xenos, right?
No,
Just other humans?
they're just humans.
Well, just humans is a bit of a... That's doing a lot of lifting suddenly.
Well, they're not space marines.
Yeah, they're humans.
But yeah, they popped out of space in their fancy long ship. They're like, hey guys, like, you should listen to our, shit. We didn't, because we didn't know. Horus tries to figure out if he should attack him or not. He doesn't.
I mean, to be fair, maybe you should make a distress beacon thing that speaks Gothic or whatever instead of songs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's been a while. They don't know. Maybe it was like a really good beat. They're
Really
proud of
catchy.
it. Yeah, they're proud of
Yeah.
it. Just like our new intro song. But yeah, Horus tells Loken interactions with E. We hear stories of their whatever. The Horus has some dwelling over the recent mistakes. Yada yada yada.
Specifically, the mistakes on Bug Planet Prime.
And the last few planets too.
Yeah.
False Terra. The
Oh, yeah.
we learned Interrex aren't exactly brutal. They're kind of like more high-end human subspecies.
High society.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that Federation flavor going on, huh?
Right?
We're an evolved people.
Yeah. Then Horus and them are introduced them by going on their ship. They look sort of like elves. They got these weird monkey things with them. Not Chocobo, but like
No?
simian more looking, kind of gorilla-ish. Those guys are smart. We learned that later. They apologize for attacking murder.
Oh, so the Interrex humanoids, you said, are elf-like in their appearance.
Yeah.
But probably not Eldar in their appearance.
Influenced. They've
Uh-oh.
met him.
A little bit of that elf
No,
GF.
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about when we say high society.
Yeah.
Right. Horus gets a lot of emails from other legions, business shit, because he's a businessman now.
Does he keep his emails in like an Excel spreadsheet? Or?
Someone has something like that. He probably got like an AOL account or something.
He's got AIM messaging.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're introduced to Erebus. He's around. Don't know why. Wish he
Fuck
wasn't.
that guy.
Fuck him.
Spoilers, I guess, but
Yeah.
fuck that guy.
Apparently, he's a good fighter. Almost on par with Lucius.
She's a bit...
They both fight. Lucius wins. Cool. Loken comes in because they volunteer him to fight next because
Voluntold.
Voluntold him. all the Mournival, they're like, oh, you got to fight him. So he gets in the ring with Lucius. He beats Lucius with a quote, air quotes, sucker
Beats
punch.
Lucius?
Sucker punched him.
Not sword fighting, though, right?
It was in a sword fighting contest, but he sucker punched him. He's like, I'm not going to, fight like you expect. And Lucius like, oh, whatever. We'll go in that because it's actually a pretty big deal. We go on to Horus going to the Enrix, not home world, but one of the like little nice worlds. That place is fucking dope. It's all like sort of tropical, but like very cultured. It's not like Terra where everything's militarized. Like they still have they got fucking trees. They got water.
A rarity on Earth these days.
Yeah, it's just like it's
Fancy.
super cultured in advance. I really like the Interx people. They're shown around. They go to a museum where it's nothing but fucking cool ass old weapons.
Nice.
It says unlike the Terran humans, they actually keep a history of shit.
Are there weapons potentially like Dark Age and Origin?
Yes. Yeah, they are.
I didn't expect him to say yes like that.
That was fast.
There's tons of them. And the Kennebec are known for making some fucking
Can you say that again?
Kennebec.
What's that?
Kennebec are the monkeys.
The monkeys.
Non-human monkeys, because
The simian.
sometimes they're simian-looking.
They have thumbs.
I'd imagine.
They got little baboon butt cheeks.
I'd hope so.
They better be
That's
colors
why we
the likes
kept
I've
them.
never
You keep
seen
saying stuff
before.
that's so surprising to me right now.
I hope they do. And their little spacesuit has little openings in there.
Butts.
Yeah, so they can scratch them.
Well, I was gonna say like acrylic, so you can still see the color of the. Anyway,
I'm hoping if it's not just openings like assless chaps, it's like a
spacesuit.
yeah, it's like a suit, but over the butt cheeks, there's like a little
plastic
terrarium or something,
Oh, so you can
like
see
a little
yeah.
bubble, so you can see their butt.
Nice.
I don't know why I want that, but I do.
It's important.
So they go through the museum, and there's one weapon that catches their eye. Called an anatheme. Yeah.
Wait.
And then all the Space Marines are like, oh, why are these weapons so crazy? And like Interx say like, oh, well, these monkey people can make these weapons that basically have the properties to kill anything. You can like as long as you maybe not whisper the name or something, but this weapon will kill
I know this
one
story,
person
actually.
essentially
Yeah.
potentially big powerful people. I'm not sure if it's a god killer, but that's what the idea is. And it looks very primitive too. It's like obsidian looking.
It's a black blade.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a
Is it-
demon weapon,
Is
right?
it?
I don't think it's not demon. It's made by the
No, it's the
Kennebec.
murder sword.
Pretty sure it's the murder
It's
demon
the
sword.
murder sword.
It's
You
not
say
made
it-
by demons though.
I know, but it's the sword. It's oh man.
This
Anatheme-
thing has some.
There's multiple anathemes in
Are they?
I think anatheme is described as there is the big one, but any weapon that's a fucking
God killer.
essentially, I think they label as anathemes.
Okay.
In a way, I could be wrong, might be, but just I don't
This
want to hear it
isn't
if I am.
the one.
I don't want to hear it.
Let me be ignorant. Actually, don't. Say it in the comments or something. So yeah, they go through the museum and stuff. Monkey people still is quiet because they were a beat race. The Interx beat them, basically banned them from making these fucking
Crazy weapons.
yeah. They're like, quit making war crimes, or we'll let you live. And they're like, okay, I
Stop
guess.
making these pocket portable war
Yeah.
crimes.
They're
buddy.
they're an ancient species that were essentially the humans at the time, the king of the galaxies and shit, whatever. They were the alpha species, but then they fell just like everybody else. Probably invested a lot in NFTs.
too much.
Yeah, that's where the monkey thing comes from.
Oh,
The
yeah?
Kennebec design.
That makes sense.
And went off too much on the monkeys.
Popping off.
Yeah.
To all of our monkey listeners out there, this is for you.
Yeah, you like monkeys? Get in the right place. They have a dinner where he's going to meet with some of the leaders and stuff. Horus, that is. Horus is given Loken and Tarek, if you remember, both Mournival members, to basically be his bodyguard. They go to dinner. Loken and Tarek are the ones roaming around and whatnot. Oh, I think actually Loken's just the one wandering. Tarek might be at dinner with him as the guard duty. Loken finds a book when he's wandering around in a stasis field. And he's like, oh, this is weird looking. and it's called The History of Evil. And when he goes to
That
look at
bodes
it and
well.
whatnot, yeah, that's a book you want to open. Goes to open it and he's looking, and then a Interact guard approaches and he's like, "Oh, let me explain this to you," and stuff. And they actually get kind of chummy. And before this, like, nobody really talked to each other because tensions are fucking high, because they're both like, waiting for someone else to make a mistake. They want to be friends, but that's always, if you're on a alien species home world or world, and it's just you and some
Other
homies.
dudes,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
God, I hope they don't turn out to be dickheads. Because we're, kind of got a disadvantage
Holy
here.
golly, I'd hate to get murdered.
But he goes to explain them. It's basically an old guide for them on the abuses of sorcery and the seductions of demons. Ooh. And it's a day like first humans leaving Terra, and how not to corrupt yourself with a taint and become a demon yourself. Loken's like, "Is this an old fairy tale?" Interact's like, just a different approach to the dangers of chaos in a less enlightened time. And then he talks about, like, the Interact's like, "Oh yeah, we were taught the dangers of the chaos and warp by the Eldar." So, good thing the Eldar did it. That's
Thus,
one of
the appearance of Eldarishness with like the potential crossbreeding.
yeah. Oh,
and-
I don't know if they crossbred.
No.
I don't know if Eldar would ever.
Oh,
I mean, they might screw a human.
I'll
but, like,
have you know, unfortunately for everyone, they are genetically compatible. Yeah.
like an Eevee.
Yeah? I'll have you know Vaporeon is the apex. It's like, no, wait, don't. No, I don't want it. No, but there actually used to be old lore where the Ultramarine Chief Librarian Tigerius was half Eldar. And
No shit.
he was the son of Eldrad Starbane.
What?
Yeah, that has since been.
Some
That seems kind of like
mega
OP.
heresy.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to be OP because he was at one point he was described as the strongest psyker, that he survived peering into the hive mind psychically.
Yeah. Okay.
And so like that's been retconned. He's not the son of Eldrad Starbane. He's a homegrown human corn fed. Yeah, I know.
Even though I'm a loyalist myself, but like, I still think that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
cooler.
And then like a half human, half orc.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
Or-
because
orcs are mushrooms.
Not in my fan fiction.
I don't think.
Oh no!
I mean, I think we've had this conversation, but do orcs even have genitals?
I think we kind of. I think
they
the thing
What if a
is,
spore acted like some kind of fertilization?
this is like I'm fully expecting the door to blow open and like inquisitorial stormtroopers to come in here and just be like,
You get swatted by the Inquisition.
heresy, and like the whole room just like lights
You're not
up.
supposed to exist.
Yeah.
They know. But yeah, they learn. He's talking about chaos and shit. Guess what? Humans don't know what chaos is.
Oh, that's
And the
right
Interrex
now.
are like, hand on forehead meme.
Yeah.
They're like,
Literally.
you guys don't know what chaos. This whole time we've been like afraid of you guys being chaos worshippers, and you don't know what the fuck it is. And then Loken's like, are you insulting me? He's like, no. Like, this is a good thing. Like,
No, this is great.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys
gonna
are
help you
so
out.
Chill. It's funny though that they thought for a moment, or at all, that like the Luna Wolves, the Emperor's Children, the Blood Angels were like chaos worshippers.
well, you think about it. What's if you
I
remember
have.
correctly, what's Horus's title?
The War Master.
Exactly. They're like, that's kind of a, demony, warp, chaosy corn name.
War Master.
The Master of War. Look at you guys, like big, bulky.
Chain swords,
yeah.
bolt guns.
Yeah. And like, you smell of chaos, sort of. But like, cool that you're not. And so the Interax guard's like trying to, like, radio in, be like, guys, they don't know. Too late. Something happens when he got, he's about to make the call, and he's like, okay, well, Loken, you're under arrest if you can come with me. And Loken's like, fuck that. And like, I got my rights.
I know my rights, man.
I'm not
I
even that.
thought this was America.
I've only had a few beers. But,
I ain't hear no bell.
well, they try to arrest Loken. Doesn't turn out too well. They fight. Loken wins. Plot armor. But he doesn't kill the guard. He just,
Is it plot armor, or is it just the fact that he's a Chad space marine?
I think it's a bit of plot armor. Like, the Interrex got some shit.
Yeah.
But he turns on, non-lethal attacks, and he just knocks them out instead. Just gives them a good clubbing.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, then he turns it right back on. They discover that the halls of devices, aka the weapon museum, is on fire.
Oh, that's not good.
Bad coincidence. They're like, we didn't do it, but somebody fucking
Yeah, I
did.
don't know if I believe in that kind of coincidence.
Yeah. A couple of Astartes are killed. Never tells what happens to the corpse. So like, maybe they fucking did some research on it, or whatever. Horus is a little upset. I mean, he's lots upset that like
That
the
makes
misunderstanding, because he didn't light it on fire. He's just trying to get these humans back into the fold, because he's currently having his own moral issues of like, should we leave planets alone that don't bother us? Why do we always have to kill everything that doesn't agree with us? Why can't we be more accepting? All things that like the Imperium
Reasonable
needs.
questions.
Yeah, the Horus is being a good guy.
Weird. It's like chaos might be right.
Well, I don't know if we said that yet.
I didn't
Who's
say
to
that.
say?
No one's to say, because it's not true.
Who's to say?
Yeah, a wrong person is to say, probably. That is a hill I'll die on.
Almost as like the,
Like what?
the goals were all reasonable and sane, and it made sense.
I don't
And
know.
The ends justify the means.
When one, maybe.
Okay, I can't say that.
Should we
with
take a
straight
brief
face.
break to beat up Luke?
I was just gonna say I don't know if I can completely get on board. The chaos was right when one of them is literally the blood god Korn. His motto is,
I'm not saying chaos. Sorry, I'm saying Horus.
in the future.
Yeah,
No.
Maybe.
I think Horus has
Yes, no.
had
maybe.
some very justifiable.
That-
There were definitely some valid concerns present, but I do think the reaction was perhaps a bit unmeasured.
Yeah. I like
Perhaps a bit
the
of an overstep.
the response is right there. The gives a good idea of where our stance is. Was Horus like, future Horus right? Yes, maybe no.
It's a full spread, really.
Hitting all the points. So yeah, they're dismayed over the situation. They end up fighting their way out and stuff, which is, you learn about the Interx weapons. They're pretty cool. The Loken tells Horus of the warp, at least what he learned. Horus is having some more like, why did I get given these responsibilities? Like, why is all this pressure on me? So like maybe a seed is planted there.
He does realize that he's like a genetically engineered like demigod superhuman.
Yeah. Playing the pity parties a little bit.
And he's also like one of only 20 of his entire species to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should keep that close to his heart.
Yeah. Maybe maybe not grow a set, but like.
Is he also not like wasn't he named a title given to him, the War Master of the Imperium?
Yeah.
This is why it's his responsibility.
Yeah.
He earned it. He chose this.
He needs a vacation.
Well, he didn't choose it.
You could have
Well,
denied it.
not the first like demigod son of the Emperor part. But, like his actions and his valor are what awarded him the title.
And he could have
Yeah.
rejected it for sure.
Yeah, he could have given it to Dorn, and we'd be in a much different situation.
Or the lion.
Or the lion.
I don't know how that would have turned out. A lot more death.
A lot of boxing, a lot of point blank swordplay.
Yeah. But yeah, they fucking battle their way out. We jump to
Do the bolt weapons have effect on the Interx? Internex?
Interx.
Interx.
That's what I call them. I think that's what the
Interx?
the Audible pronounce it as.
Yeah.
Interx. Yeah, they do, but not as effective as you would think.
Huh.
But we'll go into that afterwards
Okay.
because their armor is really cool. Their gear in general is really neat, and hence why I really like the Interx.
Yeah.
They mobilized 2 companies on the planet to rescue Horus. So Interx fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Vox got out, and they're like, okay, drop pod it is, and just like launch some homies on.
Steel Rain, brothers!
Yeah.
It's a Blood Ravens reference. It's really smart. It's really good. Big brain.
Yeah.
Dawn of War 1.
It's been a while since I played that.
Gabriel Angelos.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
When he goes, "Steel Rain, brothers," and like they drop pod in like 50 people.
Yeah, I need to replay.
Those are really good.
Yeah,
I
1 and
will
2.
say, not to tangent too hard, but the Dawn of War 2, the campaign of Dawn of War 2 start and then Chaos Rising is probably like literally the best Space Marine experience I've ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I was playing those before I really got into the books too.
Yeah.
And I was
They-
like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know which weapons are good and stuff just because, like, lore wise.
The rule of cool prevails no matter what, my friend. Whatever looks the coolest will do the coolest stuff.
I'd give him an Iron Halo and
Hell yeah.
just give him a Thunder Hammer.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I'm going to run my main character into everything.
He's got it figured out already.
And it literally beat everything.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Every time, like, he potentially got low in health, I'd just, like, hike him out a little bit.
Just
or
walk him
jump
back.
pack him away.
Yeah.
Regain health in, like, a second or two, then, like, right back into the shit.
Right back in.
He'd casually walk into tanks. Like,
Bonk.
Eldar tanks. Bonk.
Le bonk.
Yeah. So they go to rescue him, whatever. Horus still sends him a message of regret, and he's like, I didn't steal anything. Oh, yeah, because I didn't say. Not only was the museum on fire, but that anatheme that's supposed to kill whatever it wants to is missing.
And so when you're saying anatheme, you mean anatheme, not athenma?
Athenma? People say that?
Well, no, it's like...
That's the spelling-ish.
Oh, no, I think it's backwards.
Backwards.
Are you familiar? It's like an anagram. Are you familiar with like sunlight is Dracula's like athenma, like his anti-energy? I might be a dumbass in saying this wrong. I'm gonna ask Google.
I don't think. I think
You got me all
It's-
mush brain,
Hold on,
dude.
hold on. Athenma. Please be right.
I don't.
If I'm wrong, we're cutting it.
Anathema. Hold on. The thick bitch will tell me.
Anathema.
Anathema.
Yeah, that's.
Is that it?
Sounds
I
right.
I think that's so, but I swear to God that Audible say like anything, but they also
Maybe
say like
anathema.
possibly.
Anathema. I'm also like practically illiterate at this point.
Same, dude. Blood Bowl. What was like season 2 or 3 when I was the Underworld denizens?
Yeah.
I couldn't say that shit. I'd say like Desians and shit.
Desians?
I couldn't for the life of me.
Denezens.
Whenever I was around somebody, I was like, "Come on, Heath, you've been practicing this all day. You just gotta say it right." And then like, yeah, instantly say it wrong and be correct. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm
Yeah,
stupid."
so the anathema is something that someone severely dislikes or vehemently dislikes. It's also definition number 2 as a noun is a form of curse by a pope or council of the church,
Ooh.
excommuting a person, denouncing a doctrine. So, if it is that, it's really interesting that that's the word, that's the phrasing they choose.
Yeah, I've always thought of it. Yeah, anathema. Because
You're gonna hear it multiple ways, folks.
Yep.
Mostly because we don't know how to read.
True.
I care, but not enough.
We speak English.
Yeah.
Sort of.
American English.
What the
Simplify.
fuck's a meter?
What's a meter with you?
I love those memes. What's a kilometer? And it's got like eagle noises in the background.
How many centimeters is me?
But yeah, they find that out, and that's kind of fucky because that thing can kill just about anything it wants to. Yeah, they sent a letter of regret to him of what happened. Doesn't really say like much afterwards. It says writer says Interx get a good taste of the power of the Imperial Astartes, and that in the years to come they'll see more, implying they meet again.
That's ominous.
Yeah.
It's almost a threat.
A little spoiler though. Like, I don't remember hearing about him afterwards. I really wish if we get Votan armies, like there should be an Interx army. Or something. You think in like the 10,000 years from this in 40K that like maybe they'd pop back up?
They could have bumped into something that got rid of them in the meantime.
I don't know. These guys
Necrons
are
exist.
They are, but like these guys are dope. Which I don't see. Like I know space is fucking huge, but like, how do you not rebump into? Why is no one else seeing these guys?
It's possible. This is a thing that's happened before, where the Interx, like promise, like, hey, we'll bump into each other again, right? But then like the Horus Heresy kicks off, and they're watching it, and they're just like, oh,
Peace out.
yeah, maybe not. Let's like hide our existence, and so like perhaps like they have sensor jamming technology strong enough to like put off Imperial ships from going over there, or they can like artificially, they can like use subterfuge to keep, So the Horus Heresy is really the height of technology in the Imperium, and if it's hard for them now to deal with the Interrex, I fully believe that by the time we're in M41 or M42, like the Imperium of Man and like their administratum could not keep up with like the Interrex if they were trying to like
Who knows what STCs they have?
exactly, or like other more advanced technology.
Yeah, if they
potentially.
have friendships with the Eldar too, they could go to like hive fleets or hive worlds and shit.
Oh yeah, or like the craft worlds.
Hive worlds.
Or
They're
could-
not doing hive fleets.
No, they
Friends
could,
with the Nids.
That'd be difficult. But no, it's very possible they even have like Eldar Shimmer Shield technology or like cloak tech, and I think it's completely reasonable they could also like have potentially, since they look mostly human, right? Or can even have
Yeah, they're
human,
they're tall, kind of slender, probably at the same height as those Astartes, sort of. But like, they look essentially closer to Eldar than to a Space Marine for sure.
yeah. But I definitely think that like potentially they could even have like influenced like Imperial records, and like shut those, like made sure they wouldn't be found again.
True.
And they might
Have
even
spies and shit.
at a certain level, they might even have certain deals with Inquisitors to keep them off the books. Because if like, imagine if like you're an Ordos Xenos Inquisitor, and a almost Xenos human guy approaches you and says, "Hey, like, I need a big favor, but I'm gonna help you keep like orcs or nids out of the place or whatever." Like, it'd be unwise to not even listen to what this guy has to say. I know there are Puritans and stuff, but like, all Inquisitors start Puritan, and all Inquisitors
Yeah.
end radical. That's just how it goes.
Was it not Ravenor, but the other guy?
Eisenhorn.
I think they were talking about in his in those books where it's like
Homie.
you either like some of the like super Puritan guys, like I know, he's not, but they have like the super hardcore ones are like, oh no, Xenos tech and shit. So like not all of them end corrupted. Some of them are not corrupted, but like some of them are so good they're bad kind of thing.
So dog-mindedly pure that they like hinder themselves.
So I remember seeing the word Puritan on there a ton.
Puritans.
Yeah, going through those series.
There's even a subsect of the Puritans called the Thoriites or Thorians, and they're like only human tech, only human means, never like, suffer not the Xenos to live.
Boring.
You looked like you were gonna say something, Luke.
I looked it up. This is the sword I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, I mean it is a sword.
It's the sword.
No spoilers. It is.
Yeah, no spoilers, but it's
cool.
this is a big deal.
Yeah, a really.
You say that with like
big
30K reference, and I'm saying it from 40K reference because this sword's not done.
No,
This
Yeah,
thing pops up.
I think.
and why I say there's multiple because
is
like
it?
yeah,
Is it?
Have you heard the description of the murder blade?
I know what it does.
Yeah, in the old 5th and 7th edition Chaos Space, and even I think 8th, there was a weapon you could spend upgrade points to get that was the murder sword. And that's just what the Chaos Space Marines I don't remember who owned it, called it, but it was a black blade, a primitive black blade that whoever's name you spoke to it, if you were fighting them, you would stab them and kill them.
damn.
This is
The
not
rolls.
quite that.
Not
but
quite? Okay.
Close.
Might be.
But I think that might be something different because at least on the wiki for this sword it ends
Oh,
at
yeah?
a certain point.
He shakes his head. He's got some insider
There's
knowledge.
a lot of spoilers I don't want to spoil.
We're a long ways out from
Yeah. So yeah,
It's gone missing.
They're
That's all we
floating
know
away.
right now, right?
Yeah,
floating away.
Horus
Horus
and
is
the
back
boys
on
are
the
leaving.
ship.
Yeah.
And
I wonder.
it
Where it
pans
went.
off as like an epilogue kind of thing, where it's like, oh, in the bowels of the ship and all this stuff. We see Erebus again, and he's
Fuck that
next
guy.
to like this box, and in the box
Is
there's
it a
another
long
box.
box?
And
Is it
in
a
that
long box?
There is a long box.
No.
The antheme is inside
Of
the box.
course it was Erebus, that bitch.
I know.
Sorry. Spoilers?
I know.
I don't get along with that guy.
Yeah, you should.
Because of the sword.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons.
Well, I mean, one of the main.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's a major character. But yeah, so that's how it ends.
Boy.
Um,
Dang, that's a spicy ending.
oh, I guess it gets a little bit better too. That's how he ends in this. They also changed their names from Luna Wolves to Sons of Horus.
The Sons of Horus.
Oops.
At this instance?
Yeah.
What was the reasoning for that?
Well, the Emperor was the one that suggested it to
Oh.
start with, and then Sanguinius is the one who was like, "You should do this so people respect you and your guys." Because when they went to murder, if you remember,
Oh, yeah,
Tark came down.
they
then,
gave him shit.
Yeah, Eidolon's like, I speak for their Emperor or my. Fulgrim, my Primarch, and he's like, well, I speak for Horus,
The War
my
Master.
Primarch, the War Master. And then Eidolon's like, oh, shit, yeah, you're right. So having the name Sons of Horus instills...
Like they don't know that
Yeah.
Luna Wolf's Primarch is Horus?
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Eidolon was banking on the fact that he wouldn't play the War Master card.
Yeah.
To like get his way, kind of. Like, I'm here on direct orders from my Primarch,
Yeah.
hoping that our guy did not have direct orders and was just like doing his own thing.
Yeah. So Sons of Horus staples in to everybody, or like, the fact that like they are the not chosen legion, but like basically.
But they are
Yeah.
Horus's legion. They are the War Master's legion.
They're not the chosen legion, but they are.
Yeah.
But that also like
It's like that meme where the guy's like, assemble the highest ranking men in the land, and the first guy steps forward and he goes, as the first amongst equals. You're like, oh, hold on, that means we're not equal. And he's like, indeed. And then keeps going. It's just like, oh, I get it.
yeah.
Correct.
Logan talks to Mercedes that he approves of Horus's promotion. He's just like kind of amped up about Horus right now, thanks to Horus. He eventually stopped being like, woe is me, and like started being like, oh, I'm gonna kick some ass now. Just wearing like his regular, dinner clothes and shit on the planet. And he also tells Mercedes that the next destination they're going to is a small moon in the Davin system.
That happens right after this? What the
Yep.
hell? No, just okay.
Davin's not, if you remember correctly,
What?
Davin is the area where warrior lodges came from too.
Yeah.
And
The culture that has the
Yep.
the all of the warriors of no rank can be equal within the lodge.
yep, Davin is a big deal too. And it's like, it's a good ending in my opinion.
Nice.
Yeah, this is that's
But-
a lot of foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's
in
how book one ends, if you can believe it. Like
Dang.
the book's
like
pretty stuffed.
kicks it off like real fast.
Yep.
Who wrote this?
I think it's Dan.
Dan Abnett, the
Wouldn't
king,
be surprised.
Yeah.
the Giga Chad.
Started it all.
They chose a good author to kick this shindig off, dude.
Yeah, I believe having him do like the ending of the Siege of Terra as well
Yeah.
is also cool.
Oh,
Like,
man,
he gets
he's
to
gonna-
start it and end it.
Oh, that's so. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fucking as it should be.
Yeah, they get,
Even though
as it should. Man,
there's a lot of good authors. Like I have been listening
Yeah,
to a
but
lot of
Dan
them,
is, like-
appreciate them, but Dan is these.
Iconic.
Yeah, he's the one that helped out with Dark Tide and all that other stuff.
Well,
you
I mean,
know.
he also wrote the Eisenhorn and Ravnor omnibus
he's
trilogies.
Kind of one of the
I-
he is like the Dave Filoni of Star Wars to
Warhammer.
as far as like, yeah, he's not the sole creator or like
But his
shepherd of the lore,
contributions-
but he is the main.
Yeah.
It's his vision in a lot of the senses.
And it's
right?
weird if you've ever seen him and like his Instagram account and stuff like that. He's like, he's pleasant looking. He looks like he'd be like encouraging and like nice fella to hang out with. It is like, I think like art studios and stuff is most of his posts, but it's like, damn, Dan, you look like that just pleasant like uncle or something, but your mind can come up with some potentially
Oh, shit.
fucked
He
up
looks
shit.
familiar.
Yeah. Like you have that like nice family member in your life or something.
Yeah.
His uncle always has candy.
Is this him?
Did you Google Dan Abnett?
Yeah.
That looks like you.
It does. A little
Like a lot.
father.
Father! I know who my
Dad's
Honestly,
got
he's
some
got like the
explaining
same
to do.
glasses and everything. you
Yeah.
know?
There. Damn.
That's crazy.
Maybe that's why you're so into this shit.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit because this guy looks really.
It's you in 10 years.
No, I gotta go see if I'm related to this guy. 'Cause he looks a lot like one of my cousins, and I'm starting to sweat. 'Cause I'm
Dude, that'd be sick. Dan, if you're listening,
give us a shout out.
yeah, you might potentially have a long lost son or cousin.
Father. I'm just kidding. But no, it's
If you
funny.
own
Dude,
some
if
fucking
that
birthday
was-
presents,
That would be pretty sweet.
like his own model or something. Jake model.
A Jake model.
Put a Jake head on a dreadnought or something.
On a no, they're gonna release a regular dreadnought and be like, it's the Jake dreadnought. He's inside. You just can't see it.
You're welcome.
Be cool.
But
Yeah, that was a
yeah.
exciting novel, and I'm glad we're through number 1 and we can begin blazing the trail forward.
There's some stuff I'd like to go back and
Let's hit it up.
somewhat discuss to give the book and the Interx people some
Depth.
Flavor.
Flavor.
I think a cool thing at the beginning of this is Horus is talking to Loken about interactions he had with the Emperor when he was younger. The Emperor gave him like a star chart, and Horus being of Chthoniya, always, as lore is, being in the mines and shit, because they're a gang mining world, loves stars and everything about stars. And he was able to memorize all the different zodiacs and all that kind of stuff. And he believes that there was 20 signs for the 20 Primarchs.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me just loving to, fit the Primarchs into shit. Like their emotion that fits in with them. And now like a zodiac sign or constellation or something. And I know jack shit about that. But it almost made me want to do more research on it. Emperor asked him which he would like to be, which Horus would like to be, which one's your favorite, and he gave him like an answer of, "Oh, I like them all," kind of thing, and it went off on characteristics of like Scorpio and Taurus and whatnot. But I think the right answer is the Centaur, or like the Sagittarius, yeah, because it's like the best warrior. Oh, you Sagittarius?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm a killing machine.
I'm over here in Aquarius, so whatever.
Taurus. I think they like naps and stuff. I don't know.
I like naps.
Yes. I can attest. I nap frequently on accident.
But Sagittarius being the Centaur, half, like lower half horse, upper half yeah, man. So like they're super quick, super deadly with their, the abilities to basically be the Mongolians and shoot on the go, which we've learned, or you should know from the world history that the Mongolians and their horseback archers are pretty fucking
Get
good.
a lot done.
Yeah.
Shocking amount done.
Not probably not the best causes, but like
Yeah.
And that's not to
they're
dismiss
effective.
the classic sword and board. They had to siege a lot of fortresses of the Chinese.
Big fucking wall.
Yeah.
You can't keep them out. They're shitty
You can
wall.
also just walk around it. That's the problem. You can just walk around
They
it.
just go to the ocean and
Not
go
even. You
along
can
with
go inland and just go past.
Yeah.
The wall was for the Huns, by the way.
Huh?
What? The wall was built to keep out the Huns.
Oh, wasn't? Yeah, I guess you're right. I did watch Mulan too.
The Huns have invaded China. The Chinese guy walks up and says, "The Huns have invaded China." I'm like, "Where are you from?"
I didn't even think of that. You speak perfect English. What the hell?
It's like he's Cambridge, Oxford English, and I'm just like, side eye, suspicious side eye, bombastic side eye, criminally offensive side eye.
Oh fuck.
I love that meme. It's so stupid.
Going into what the interacts look like. Since we didn't really beforehand.
It's juicy.
Again, comparable to Eldar, which we haven't touched on too much in this series so far, but they are very tall, very slender. Everything's kind of conical, like their helmets and shit, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
More embellished armor-wise than Space Marines.
When you say conical, do you imply like how the Eldar helmets are kind of like taller set helmets?
I would say so, yeah.
Is that at all similar, potentially in intention to the
Custodes?
Custodes conical tall helmets?
Potentially. I mean, Custodes have been around since then, right? Oh, no.
Since when?
No. because they were there.
They were a unification war thing.
Yeah, so no.
That's just a
Custodes wouldn't be
coincidence.
around.
They have tall hats.
Yeah, because these
Never mind.
Interacts were part of like the fleets that went out during the
Oh, the Dark
Oh.
Age.
yeah.
Oh, so the Interacts and the Votan probably actually have a very interesting, like, linear ancestry.
Wonder if they run into each other. That'd be
Oh, I
kinda
bet they
cool.
do. I bet they do. And that's also very interesting that the Interacts became very elf-like and the Votan became very dwarf-like.
Right?
Which is like, to all you who don't know, the Votan are space dwarves, and they're the new squats from 1980, whatever. And like, they're back, they're big, they're shiny. Now they suck 'cause it's 10th.
Are they big?
No, they're short. They're short. I mean, like, big is like they're popular.
Yeah.
But they're distinctly supposed to have been descendant from ancient, like, I'm talking like ancient humans, like on cold burned sleeper ships, no warp travel. So like
Damn.
they had to adapt to just living in space for a long time. So they became kind of dwarfy, I guess.
I think they became dwarfy from like the
Pressure and
genetic
shit.
modifications from mining near the system,
Galactic
the
core,
galactic
yeah.
core. I think there was like genetic benefits to becoming shorter, and that's why they
Hardier bones.
did it, didn't they?
Thick bone. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into
Yeah.
why the Votan are short.
But it makes sense. They're both very technologically like advanced.
Yeah.
Are
right.
Votan very they're not xenophobic, are they?
No, they hang out with everybody.
Pretty,
Okay.
pretty chill.
They actually try to work with the Imperium frequently.
Yeah.
But it's actually the Imperium who rebuffs them. One of their best trades is they traded rail rifle technology or ion technology and railgun technology were swapped between Tau and Votan. I forget suddenly which who swapped what, but now Votan infantry will have ion blasters and Tau will carry rail rifles.
That's cool.
And so there's swap based on the frequency of the use in. I'm pretty sure Votan had ion weapons and Tau had rail weapons, and they swapped.
Yeah.
And so now they can
I
mix and match.
think, yeah, I agree.
If only more people fucking did that.
Well, yeah.
In the 41st millennium, Heath, there is only war.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know.
That's the
Votan
tagline.
Oh, I know.
being dwarves always want to like make a couple dollars off of the war. You know what I mean? Classic.
Interact's weapons are like odd. They don't look like they'd actually do much damage. Almost like you'd think of like any elf in like Lord of the Rings and shit. They're like, oh, those are sissy swords and
like
stuff.
dainty,
Yeah.
elegant looking.
Yeah, they have like crossbows and shit.
Or just, Eldar having shuriken cannons.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
don't
these guys-
think much of that.
Right.
You don't think much of it until it scoops up
Yep.
80% of your Marine squad. You're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, loading a big quartz on the top. But yeah, they have like
I still can't picture how those fire. I don't have a mental
Shards of
image
it.
of that.
yeah, it's like they load like a big crystal.
They
and they're
actually
like,
shurikens.
Yeah, so the thing they load in is like shuriken, like extruded shuriken. And as it slides in, it
It, like,
cuts
cuts them
one
and-
molecule thick off and launches it out at supersonic speed.
That's just
That's cool.
the Ninja Turtles back in the old models where you stack pizzas on them and they launch them out of their belly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a disc.
Copycat.
It's literally a disc launcher from like the 90s.
Oh, those little foam
Oh,
discs.
yeah, the foam
Oh,
disc
I
launcher.
love those.
Bionicles had those.
Yeah,
too.
they had the disc throwing
yeah.
things.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
before Bionicles. That was
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
saw
yeah.
an Instagram thing about it. Where you had like the case that you could put on your belt loop and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Now, I think Nerf has like made a lot of Nerf guns that shoot
discs,
discs.
yeah.
now, too.
That and the little tiny
They're into the
ball
the
thing.
Those
orbs.
things hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those really get zipping. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But an Eldar Shuriken pistol is just that, but like,
in the molecular scale.
and like, firearm grade.
Yeah.
Dang.
Anyway, did you talk about the armor the Interacts wear yet?
It's very thin looking.
Are we getting to that in a minute?
It just further on a description of them.
Yeah.
So they have crossbows. Weird.
The
Yeah,
Empire has crossbows.
different.
They actually shoot arrows. They're both looking at me like I'm
Yeah.
a dumbass, but
I'm trying to think. I know stories with crossbows, but nothing in the Imperium.
Inquisitors and demon hunters will have a bolt gun with a
Oh,
crossbow
God.
on
Of
top,
course they do.
and it'll shoot
Witch hunters.
Yeah, it'll
Oh
shoot.
my
Yeah, but like
God.
a modern, like 40K Inquisitors will shoot a crossbow into a demon, and because it's like a sacred wood wrapped
Yeah.
in it, like the demon's like and gets hurt by it.
God, that's
Oak
the most
wood.
40K thing I've ever heard.
This
and
walnut
it's
bolt.
not even like high tech.
It's literally low tech.
It just makes sense.
Doink.
From
It's
the
an
top of your-
Imperial slingshot. Yeah, but they got crossbows. They don't look like that, but look dainty. Their armor's thinnish. They look very fast. They have like these weird.
Do they Naruto run?
They do the hops from Baldur's Gate. You just keep jumping everywhere.
Doink.
That's so much fun.
But they have like these.
My barbarian hops so far.
I have a barbarian with like the leap spell on one of his
Nice.
earpieces, and he's like, I hop from like zoomed all the way.
So good.
Not
So
speed
much
running,
fun.
but speed jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have like these. It looks like a horse essentially with the head cut off. So it's just like horse body, horse legs.
Wait.
What are we talking
What
about?
is this? What?
The Interrex. I'm still describing what they look like when they first showed up.
Wait. The Interrex themselves look like chopped up horses.
No, they have these things. We follow them around.
Like, think of the Boston's dynamic.
Like,
yeah.
they're robots.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just said that's what the Interrex looked like.
I was getting
like,
into it, then we
what?
got into the Baldur's Gate tangent.
Okay.
Your mind's on Karlach.
No, you cut like right back in from like.
My mind is on Karlach.
Anyways.
That happens.
It's never not. Her and Gale. I started off hating Gale because he's a. You know, this is aggressively off topic. Continue.
Yeah. So to go
thirsty.
back, crossbows, thin armor. This is all them coming on the ship. These horse things follow them without heads. You see the Kinnebrack for the first time. They're wearing
The monkeys.
primitive armor ish, but it looks primitive, but it's not. So yeah, they just surprising. We could go into the emails, but not so much. Horse's emails.
Are you?
I don't think I
What do you mean by that?
need to like.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like details to bring out. Just how, I guess it plays into like Horse's thought processes. Is he's why he gets kind of mopey. It's because every single other Primarch's trying to get his attention to help out with shit.
He hears you've got mail and has
Yeah.
a minor anxiety attack.
Yeah, because
Don't we all though?
Yeah.
So I have some follow up questions. Are the headless horse dog Boston Dynamics Enterex robots? Are those like steeds? They ride them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Later on, they find him. They sit him kind of like the centaur.
Oh, they're mounted. They hop on the front.
Essentially, like their legs just go in.
They stick their legs into them and wear it like
Yeah.
a
Not sure
lower
if they're,
part
like-
of a suit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're like kneeling or something, but yeah, they have.
Crisscross applesauce inside the centaur.
But yeah, they're like, which again
sounds
is the ultimate
uncomfortable.
form of legs falling asleep. But form for a warrior, having like this speed and nimbleness and shit, but also be able to like chuck bolts. Pretty sick. Probably do a mean donkey kick too.
Oh yeah.
Boot and shit behind him. Probably can fly. I don't know. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Emails just shows them getting kind of stressed.
When you say emails, do you mean like astropathic messaging?
yes, sir.
Okay.
He's getting a lot of
Choir chant.
yes, sir. But emails to simplify it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Horus states then that the administration part of the Great Crusade is going to be the downfall of the Imperium. How did he know?
Yeah. Golly, what foresight to think that the logistics of the empire are going to be really brutal.
Yeah, biggest cause too is like the people of Terra like, oh, we need to start taxing these planets that you're taking over like ASAP. And Horus is like, dude, they're still recovering from the Titans. Like, who cares? We need that money.
Yeah, from our 40-foot tall mecha just shooting plasma everywhere.
They're like, well, Terra's the only one, supporting this. I'm like, what are they paying? Like, I don't get, like...
What do
it's
they
the
get out of this?
Yeah, it's like... It's silly, man. Like, just don't pay the fucking... Like, everybody's just doing this shit to survive, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the people who are making the shit are getting paid anything.
Nope.
It's like the houses and whatnot.
Well, usually the empire gets taxes in like material, don't they?
And tithe. And, like, either humans or some shit.
Tithe.
Tithe?
It comes in many
Tithe.
different forms.
You ever been to church?
Once.
Yeah, okay. Tithe.
My dad's not
Tithe.
a pastor.
Tithing. Yeah, tithe. I was during one of the privateer press. What are you squinting at me for?
Did he say it wrong?
Who?
We'll fix it so I don't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, never mind.
But so back when there was a Privateer Press live stream, they were talking about how there's like a new system for like one of their new factions come out that I bought into, and how every turn you have to pay the tithe to keep your models on the board. And they all had to give, if they didn't, they have to give up one of their focus points, right? But if you can't, that model and its unit suffer damage or disappear. So there was like single model units that was like big beasts. And if they didn't have that 1 point to pay at the end of the turn, they vanish, and it's like a big deal. And so you had to be very mindful of how you use them, because sometimes you'd run it in, and you'd punch, and you'd spend all your points fighting, and you wouldn't have any more. So at the end of the turn, they disappear. But if they killed what their target was, it was like kind of acceptable to do that. So it's kind of this weird like meta. But the guy in the stream would say Tithy. Like he'd read out the T-I-T-H-E thing, and I was just like, my brain, it was like wailing, because having grown up in the church circuit,
Yeah.
like there's a proper way to say that word, and it's tithe, and it fucking melted my mind.
Urges to do some inquisiting.
Yeah, I'm about to
You put your Templar helmet on.
Deus Vault, brother, and they're like, wait, and they're just like kicking the door. Yeah, draw my sword, and like, in the name of God.
Never noticed that cross on your shirt.
Suddenly I'm in a white and red tunic with a big cross.
I
It's
gotta go
like,
to the bathroom real
just-
fast.
Drive up there and
I know, we
inquisite
could.
them. They're in Seattle, right?
I think they're in. They're just south of Seattle.
Tacoma or something.
I don't know. I don't remember if they're that far south, but
Okay.
they're in between
Oh, yeah.
Tacoma and Seattle. A third of the state. I don't know, but
Yeah.
they do good stuff. I'm pretty deep into all their stuff.
I've looked at jobs there.
Oh, nice.
There's nothing I could possibly fit into, but it'd be cool. It'd be so cool.
Hang out in the Tacoma aroma.
Tacoma Roma.
I would
that
just love to
stink.
work for a miniature company. You know, that'd be fun.
If
Definitely
only,
would be.
I don't know, I'm scared about like the advent of 3D printing, because it means that, like, small business manufacturing is like challenged directly by single people with a handful of printers. And like, I guess that could just be us, but like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I'm sure we've had that tangent before of like, we definitely have the knowledge and the materials and all that to like start a business like that, but it's the
I don't.
well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Well, yeah.
Well, I think
You're supposed to say you're super smart, Heath. You could do it if you wanted to.
yeah, Heath, you could do it if you
could,
wanted to,
Heath.
buddy.
No, you can't
could.
take that back.
Oh well.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, you would have the
Fuck you
business
guys.
side
I'm
of things
leaving.
down.
This is stupid. This podcast sucks.
Whatever. Anyways,
This podcast is the best.
It
the,
is.
the problem is always having the idea or having a sculpt. I think,
Yeah.
but you would be able to. I don't know.
Thanks. I will be
Anyways.
able to. Next important thing, not to go over all the bullet points, we learned a little bit more about Erebus. I fucking
I'm
forgot.
gonna do that every time this guy. Yeah.
I forgot.
I don't
he's
think Erebus
actually-
did anything wrong.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Veins in my head are pulsing. I'm gonna.
I was
black
kidding
out.
about leaving, but now it's getting, to the point.
Oh, the FBI's here.
Yeah, what'd you say? But he's actually a really good fighter. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
He's scrappy. There's a
he
reason
beat-
this guy sticks around.
Beat all the Mournival. And then him and Lucius had a fight 16 minutes.
Damn.
That's pretty impressive.
Like they were going to like blood, I think, or something like that. But like 16 fucking minutes of non-stop fight. I think he has a cudgel or a mace or something.
Yeah, the classic word bearers.
Yeah.
He
shit.
fends off
Lucius.
Wait,
with
so
a
wait.
mace.
Wait.
You might have that story. I can't remember.
So Erebus was here, but were the word bearers here?
No, he just came as a
You're just hanging out.
envoy, basically.
That's supremely sus.
Why was he here?
Horus likes him to begin with, because
what?
That's a
at the
character flaw.
time, Erebus was like not actually seen as like a very level-headed and like giving good advice and stuff, and generally people liked him.
But like, what was he? Like, he was just.
He was sent here as basically like
Yeah, like an envoy
Yeah.
from
Logar
yeah.
to discuss needs of the word
Logar
bearers and
Aurelian.
such.
Oh, okay. I
Logar
guess I
being
get
the Primarch of the word bearers.
that. Okay.
But yeah, he showed up and they're fighting for like 16 fucking minutes. Lucius eventually wins. which just staples in how good of a fighter he is. And like we said in the summary, Loken's next. Loken is very clear with Lucius, and he doesn't really want to fight him. He's like, I want to fight you like a Luna Wolf fights, not like, how you're expecting it. And Lucius like, oh, yeah, whatever. Like, just come on. Don't be a pussy. Let's fight. Goes in there and, like, instant Lucius goes at him. Loken sideswipes and, like, punches him right in the fucking face, breaking his nose.
Yeah.
And Lucius, if you remember, is like the unscarred.
Yeah, now he's got a fresh one.
Yeah, now he's got a big old ugly nose on him. And, that doesn't settle very well
I'd
with
get
him.
that fixed quick.
Yeah. But he actually's lost a fight, and Lucius being as stubborn as he is and, like, prideful.
Perfectionist.
Yeah. And Loken's just like, whatever, dude.
Emperor's children.
Whatever,
Which,
dude.
it basically kind of summarizes how Loken fights in the rest of the Heresy. It's just like, it's all about necessity, baby. Like, he doesn't fight for sport. He fights to survive. And he's very good at reading his opponent and such. So yeah, it was kind of cool. Even though I at the point in time liked Lucius. Not so much. We kind of explained the Nemesis weapons, aka the anatheme, or however we're pronouncing it.
Yeah, anatheme is how I would read it.
Anathema.
I think it's anatheme.
It's got an A at the end.
Does
It's
it?
E at the end.
It's got an A.
No,
I think it's
I
an
just
bro.
Googled it.
it's not.
Did you Google?
What are you talking about?
I
Are you talking about
also-
the sword or the word?
Sword.
The sword.
Oh, that's spelled funny. Classic.
Yeah,
So-
I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah.
However you want to pronounce it, kids. Because guess what? You're right too. Who cares?
Yeah, who's
It's your
cares?
universe.
Do you think that sword's stinky?
I imagine it smells like shit.
What? Why?
I'll explain after we're done recording. It's spoilers.
Well, I'm just gonna say it probably just looks like it stinks. Like it got all dirty old
Well,
rock
if it's a
blade.
sword, I think it is.
Stinky.
It's just, it doesn't.
It's obsidian, essentially.
Oh,
What?
stinky.
No, I'd be like. So when I think of the ninth ed or eighth ed murder sword.
It's not that.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
We'll wrestle about it later.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
What?
What?
I can't wait to watch.
Is there oil involved?
There can be.
You have oil on that plate.
Yeah.
Some balsamic oil fight.
Just get all
Oh,
oiled
it'd be
up.
so stinky.
Hopefully your apartment doesn't do its inspection
There
afterwards.
he did. There he did.
Well,
Your rug
they
smells
didn't.
like
They never
shit.
came.
That's cryptic. I don't like that.
Well, it was only a quarter of them getting inspected or something like that.
Perfect.
Randomly chosen, but it was so annoying because we had
Prep for it anyway, yeah.
stupid.
I think the next thing to bring up is we never really went into detail about the fight when Loken and that guard.
Yeah.
He
Logan
soon realizes when the fight starts, because it's all like, I think there's a little bit of shooting involved and stuff, but the really thin armor that they're wearing, similar to Eldar, is actually super fucking strong.
Yeah.
And
Unlike Eldar.
yeah,
It's like,
it takes quite a few blows and even shots from his bolter. And remembering correctly, I think their weapons, they have like a glaive or something with like a big pommel at the end of it and whatnot. And yeah, I don't think it has an energy field to it, but yeah, they're really fucking fast with it, very organized and whatnot, or not organized, but like very strategic and like clean fighting. It's very martial artsy. But Space Marines being Space Marines, Loken like fucking shatters the blade and shit, just because he's wearing a tank armor. So
Yeah.
it's like many pounds of ceramite and steel.
yeah, it says a lot to Loken to not even kill this guy that's attacking him though too. Like,
I mean, they just had a nice conversation. It very much reminds me of like Last Samurai. Like, I enjoy our conversations, and then he doesn't get murdered because good linguistic skills.
yeah, but yeah, I wish. I don't know. I really wish the Interrex would have got along, just because like
With the Empire,
yeah, because God, they sound so
I
fucking
really
cool.
think they would have been like a very crucial ally.
Yeah.
Like even if they were like terse allies, like the way like the modern Imperium, like with their zealotry, like even if they were like even just border allies, like Inquisitor would sometimes go ask them for help. I think it would make a big difference in a lot of their wars.
These guys were able to, when he was explaining like chaos and the warp to Loken, they were talking about like how they've learned from the Eldar how to not, like how to travel and how to live without empowering any of these chaos demons. Hence what they did to murder, like putting those species on there. Like, oh, we chose not to annihilate all of them. We just took away their ability to travel through space and whatnot. And we just let them live, kind of thing. And that's what they do with other cultures. Like their music is, and I guess I should have described this earlier too, that music is prevalent at all the times. It's like a way for interspecies communication. So like all of them can like sync up with this music. I forget what it's called. It's got a name to it. But yeah, it's basically so like an interpreter for everything.
Cool.
A little bit of like universal translator energy.
Yeah. And like, it just, they were so like ahead. And like, granted,
I would say they were ahead in many ways, but there's several ways where I still think they lagged behind the Imperium.
military might probably.
Yeah, I would say military might and probably like destructive technology.
Well, it's hard not to lag behind the Imperium when you're kind of on your own compared to the Imperium's like.
Yeah.
But we don't even
vastness.
like, this isn't even their home world. This is just
True.
one of their outskirts. They chose a world to land on that wasn't like super Interact C.
Right.
So like, it didn't seem like they were flying into a trap. So who knows what the like.
The home world is.
Yeah. What they had like one ship, if I remember correctly, that was there. Like, it, you know, Space Marines had like, you know, at the time, 2 fucking Primarchs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like, it'd be cool to delve into them more.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as a guy who loves, you know.
It would be really, really cool to me if they became like the end of 10th Ed like faction drop. If it was like,
Could be cool, yeah.
because you could
I'd
have like
Start that fucking army.
yeah, you'd have like interacts. I could just imagine like you'd have like infantry, you'd have like the centaurs, like your mounted.
But this isn't
fast
30K.
Right, I'm saying like jump that up to
Mm-hmm.
40K. Like they stayed hidden, they didn't get wiped out or something.
I want
It'd
to
be very
some,
interesting.
or maybe like, what if one of the like the missing Primarchs was like,
An interacts helper
Oh.
yeah, what if it got ported there or something?
just was never recovered.
Uh-huh.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, with the missing Primarchs, like pretty much anything is possible.
Because you were saying that like maybe the, I think it was you who was saying it, like these missing Primarchs are like traits that the Emperor didn't like in himself, or when he manifested him, it was like, maybe it was like the Interax was one telling him he was wrong and shit,
Yeah,
or something like that, and he's like, oh, fuck you, kid.
Maybe.
Could be.
Well, I mean, we say that it's a trait he doesn't like, and Angron's around.
Yeah. I mean,
It's easy to dunk on the guy with brain damage. I'm sorry.
yeah, he's a weapon, though, you can use.
That's
like,
true. He is.
Angron's a force to,
He's effective.
yeah.
Yeah.
The dude
When he
picks up
puts his
Titans.
mind to something,
He picks up Warhound Titans.
Yeah.
And that's a guy I want on my team before he freaks out.
Before he has a little
Before he needs
spastic
to eat
fit.
my
Yeah.
other, you know, military forces.
again, and who knows like what his opinion of him was before the nails.
Probably. Also, Angron was supposed to be like an empath. That he feels other people's pain.
Damn,
And yeah, so then he gets
that's a bummer.
I know, he literally probably would have been like a healing cleric Primarch.
Yikes.
And now
Weird.
he's the Red Angel.
Well,
It's a weird flip.
What happens
Whoopsies.
that's what happens when your mom throws you into a gladiatorial shithole.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah.
one bad haircut and you're fucking.
Fun bad haircut later. Metal dreads in your head.
These aren't cool. Fuck.
I mean, they are cool, but they're just bad for you.
Yeah, got a good handle on them though.
Oof.
Good for ripping. But yeah, where were we? Interacts. Let's think. Oh yeah, to the fights. So those crossbows aren't just like, you know, shooting bolts. They shoot somewhat similar to the Eldar, like shards.
Oh yeah.
Because like one of the Space Marines next to Loken just gets put down with all these like bolts inside of him and stuff.
Oh, kind of like the Halo. What's the thing called?
Needler?
Needler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
I think
that.
some even mentioned like needles and stuff, but it was similar to that, and that the Ceramite didn't do like jack shit
Yeah.
to defend it. Yeah, so they had some tech, obviously, in the museum. If like the Kennebec were unleashed on the Space Marines,
Would have been pretty. Yeah, if they all grabbed like
yeah.
these like dark age weapons.
But it speaks to like the Interact saying that like, hey, like these weapons of mass destruction, like we're not going to use this shit because that's like going to fuel the demons for how just evil these weapons are.
Another interesting tidbit is that they kept them in a museum and they didn't like destroy them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that kind of speaks to the potentially their own level of like mild hubris for thinking like they could just like stash them and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Especially when people like fucking Erebus exist.
Yeah. Their confidence in their ability.
Sticky fingies.
At least put some kind of fucking shield over it that like, a small fire wouldn't fuck up.
Yeah, I would have
Not
I'd
break
have
glass kind of thing.
replicas in the museum, and the real one would be in like a subterranean vault guarded by like monsters.
If you still have them.
That
If
vault
I didn't
where,
throw them in a black hole, yeah.
Right.
the vault where Vulcan's weapons are.
Yeah. Hidden.
Yeah.
Safe.
I want to know where that is.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
But yeah. So besides that, part 3 was pretty short.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really go into too much more besides like the fight out and whatnot of that little planet.
Mm-hmm.
But still very exciting. A lot of I don't want to say emotions, but a lot of like not even vibes. Like you start to learn more about Horus's like internal fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Ever
Yeah,
since
more foreshadowing for sure.
yeah. Yeah, overall pretty good and
Cool.
pretty good setup too for the next book.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the next
sure.
book.
Yeah, we get to learn what the fuck's at Davin, and what the hell is Erebus doing with this little stick?
It can
or not stick.
only be good stuff. It can only be
Erebus-
positive.
It's gonna donate it.
Heart of gold.
Yeah. Real heart of gold. I'm squinting
Yeah,
very hard.
trying to where you going with that?
Slash sarcastic. I don't believe he has a heart of gold. I think he's got a little shitty heart of coal wrapped in sadness and big regret.
Yep.
It's like a
For me, at least. I regret.
poop wrapped around it, like one of those
Do you think any
Baker
regret?
poppers.
Do you think real regret?
That guy doesn't feel regret. He's a
Yeah, I was
sociopath.
gonna
He has
say,
no qualms with what he's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening. This one's a little shorter, which is, if you like it this way, instead of going through each bullet point, but like a general summary where if that's all you want to hear, you can tune out. But it's, I feel like it flows a little bit better.
Yeah.
Being able to get
Had
it
a
all
fast
out.
flow.
I liked it. We got the
Yeah.
information, we like the important stuff, and got to talk about the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe not. It's a little bit longer than a meal for you, listener.
A little longer than a meal.
Couple
yeah.
meals,
I eat kind of
couple meals.
fast though. I put on like a 20-minute video, like, oh yeah, I'll eat, and I'll finish. Like the video will end, I'll put on, and then I got one more queued up, and I'm done eating at like the 5-minute mark. I'm like, fuck.
I'm like that so bad.
While I'm scrolling through the videos trying to find one to watch, I'm already done.
Done eating.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was a good lunch, I guess.
So bad at scarfing.
Yeah. Got
Anyway.
that military eating thing, but yeah.
Good shit. Good to hear all you. Good to hear this, and we'll catch all you super cool people on the next one.
Hell yeah. Bye.
Bye.